Hello, everyone. My name is Daffa Fakhrizaman, and I'm here to present to you about next generation network. So here we go. So first up, why next generation network? The problem is with today's amount of everything service providers today, such as third-party service providers such as voice over internet, service streaming services, and other services, we are bound to face compatibility issues here. And why is that? Because, well, they work on different architectures and different technologies. And here, NGN provides a solution to that. Okay, so what's NGN? So there's three characteristics that defines NGN versus packet-based, multiple broadbands, and quality of service enabled. So what are those? Well, packet-based means it sends data over the internet through multiple packets instead of, say, a telephone line where it sends data analogously with streamlined data data being sent. And by packet here, I mean like there are tiny packets, literally tiny packets being sent over the internet, which contain certain amount of data. And these packets each have certain data types to them, and I will explain that a bit later. But next up, we have the multiple broadbands. It means it uses multiple broadbands, which allows for wider broadbands, hence more data being sent at once. And lastly, the quality of service enabled means it allows for prioritizing certain traffic in a network, useful for networks with ongoing, say, voice over internet protocol, where it requires more upload and download speed and less latency. So the network can prioritize certain traffic, which by traffic here, I mean packets. Like I said before, these packets have certain types to them. And say, if it's a type which comes from the voice over internet protocol, then it can be configured to prioritize them, say to conduct smoother video calls and others. Okay, so next up we have the base model of the NGN network. Here we have the red clouds, which are on the left, on the right, which are the services provided. And then there's the network, which is the next generation network. And then we have on the left side, the clouds. It's the users, the interfaces, which will use the functions provided by the next generation network. And as we can see here, NGN allows for third-party service providers to integrate into the network easily. Here, the network provider, which is based on the NGN architecture, acts as the middleman between user and the third-party services. This allows for a better configuration and a better, more streamlined and less prone to error or compatibility issues. Okay, and next up we have the architecture. Oh wait, before that, as we can see here, each of the services are separated, which means we separate the control functions among the service providers. And this provides more modular data and control, which is easier to manage and handle. And here we can see that the convergence and integration of multiple services. Okay, next up, we have the architecture itself, where we have the core network, the access network, and the terminal and the port networks, which directly connects to the users, such as us. And as we can see, the core networks comprised of the applications. These applications are provided by the various services that I've said before, the media services, the network service, and many, many more. And these applications are easily integrated into the system by the network provider, which I've said, which works like a pipe. Like say, you turn the faucet and the water flows through the pipe and onto your hand. So why do we use a pipe or a hose? So it gets to our hand better and without spilling everywhere, right? So there's less issues there. Okay, and then next up, as we can see, the engine services are horizontally aligned, which means all of the services are made equal to each other. But when when they are received by us, we can choose which to prioritize. But on the server side, on the network side, they're all equal on the network provider. And the engine services are basically the services provided by the third parties, and the engine transport are basically like the pipe, like I said. They are the pipe which connects the services to us. Okay, thank you for listening. That is all from me.